Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart is always presented by Heidemann Associates.
Yeah, that's right. And look, we got a little special coming up for you today. Some people might not like what we're going to talk about. And in case you don't, there's always the experts at Heidemann Associates. Full service law firm. You might not have much of a case trying to attack or trying to go after what we're going to talk about, but they can help you with other legal matters. If you tell them Rewind sent you, you'll get a free consultation. Just call 801-754-4240. And we're not trying to be litigious people.
We're not either.
So out of jest.
We want to thank Western Governors University. Go watch our football award shows. Plenty of people had opinions on them. Go watch them, see who won, who took home the hardware, and who took home the belt.
Ooh.
Who's the champ? You're going to have to go find out. Go check out those videos. I didn't want to give up the belt. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Thank Jeff Hansen for supplying the belt and Salt City Swagger as well. But all right, let's go into this boys video. Take a deep breath. It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. We're talking to RPI.
Yes, we are.
As it comes out. All right, let's go through the 6A RPI. I'm trying to decide if I go 1 through 10 or 10 through 1.
Go 10 through 1.
10
It'll
through
be more
1.
fun.
Okay. Number 10, Roy. How about the Roy Royals coming out number 10?
Yeah, good start.
Number 9, Pleasant Grove. Number 8, Cypress. Here's some surprises, okay? Number 7, I would not expect to see this coming into the year. Farmington at number 7. I know Beatty's played really, really well. Coach Walkenhurst does a very good job, but your post, Colin Chandler, and let's say this team is older too. Remember, it was a super young team a year ago.
Yeah, I think that they've had to replace 24 points per game, right, which is not easy to do. But look, they got a lot of pieces around Beatty. I mean, we had a chance to see them against Dixie, and they got some guards, some forwards that can shoot the basketball. And when you mix that with a lanky guy who plays bigger than he looks, rebounds the ball well, can even shoot that ball outside, you actually have a pretty formidable lineup. And you look at Region 1 this year, there's not a runaway.
No.
And so could Farmington be in the play for Region 1? You bet they could.
Absolutely.
And man, you go and you win a region championship, you're going to have a pretty good seating in the RPI. And this Farmington team, Coach Walkenhurst has done such a good job of building the foundation of that program. They got enough guys there that they can be a problem on a good night.
Absolutely. We're going to skip number 6 for a reason. Number 5, Syracuse. Number 4, American Fort. By the way, American Fort, when we talk about may have the best win now, there's some other schools that have the claim to this too. This AF team now, that is a good team.
I saw people clamoring they could be top 25 nationally.
No.
Just FYI.
We'll get to number 6, and I think they should be there. I think they are there. Number 3, Lone Peak.
You skipped 4.
No, I didn't. Number 4 is American Fort.
Oh, my bad.
Number 3, Lone Peak.
Yep. Which, tip of the cap to Coach Ross.
Getting better.
That's a good RPI rating for them.
Yeah.
I mean, you see games where it's like, oh, man, that team's really good. And then you see games where it's like, all right, they're still getting used to time, right? And they're still growing and maturing. To be 3 this early on, Lone Peak, and they're all juniors and sophomores. They're young.
And so, it's where they had to learn E in effort equals W's.
Yeah.
That came in a hard loss of a team that we talked about. Well, number 5, Syracuse. All right, number 2, you're waiting for a team. Not coming. Riverton. How about Skylar Wilson? This has been an outstanding year. The best year, I think, I haven't looked, since Richie Saunders' sophomore year.
Yeah, it's a really good start. And I saw something, I can't remember what it was, but it was one of the best starts in the last 6, 8, 10 years for the Riverton Silverwolves. And, man, I mean, they have just been taking it to teams. And every night it's like, we said this in a show, I think a week or 2 ago. It's like, oh, we'll see if they're for real. And they pull out a dub. Yeah. And they are for real. And they're beating good teams. I mean, you look at the RPI, their opponents' winning percentage is in the 700s. Their opponents' high 6s. It's a good Riverton group.
This is all like the first Riverton group we covered, 0506. Just that one is like, hey, how good are they? I was on that one early. To some people's dismay, got to the state championship game. Morgan Grimm, Mike Larson.
Yeah.
Still remember that team? Dearden, the point guard.
Yeah.
Near and dear to my heart. All right, number 1. You think I'm going to say a name. I'm not. Number 1 in the RPI is Westlake and Coach Carling. I
had a chance to see Westlake. This is a really good team.
Yeah.
They play really sound defense. And offensively, they got a lot of guys. There's not a guy who's going to come at you and drop 20 every night. It's like, well, tonight's his night, and then tomorrow night's that guy's night. Yeah. And they got guys who can shoot the 3 ball really well. Coach Carling said that's kind of our thing. If we can shoot the 3 well, we're a tough team to deal with. Defensively, very stout. They rebound the basketball well. Look, this is a gritty group for Coach Carling. He always does such a great job getting the most out of his group. and then you mix in this combination, and it could be a big year for Westlake.
It really could be, and this is a fun team too. And
Yeah.
we got a Maverick out there. This is the year of Maverick. It's a pretty good thing. It's a good thing to be Maverick right now. All right, so who's the team we left out? Quite possibly the best team in 6A. Quite possibly. This isn't me getting mad. There's other people.
There's two people in the state getting really upset right now.
Pat's heads are falling off. Corner Canyon comes in
Yeah.
at number 6. They're 10-2. This is a team that's only played a couple teams in state, and that's part of the thing. They're playing out-of-state competitions, a lot of it, but 10-2, the Corner Canyon Chargers.
Yeah, and
At number 6.
This is where, again, that out-of-state's not going to help, right? And that will work itself out. Look, they're going to get in region play. We just went through the top 10 teams.
Yeah.
You've got 4 in that region in the top 10. They're going to have multiple opportunities to really improve that. It's not a bad winning percentage. It's 10-2. That's a pretty solid winning percentage. But you're going to get gains in your opponents and your opponents' opponents.
The opponent's winning percentage is returning them right now.
It will have an opportunity to work itself out over the course of region play. Nothing to get too overwhelmed about. I'll share this. When the RPI came out, I think Cypress was at 8.
Yeah.
You want to know who was at 6? Kearns.
Right, that's right.
And there was a lot of people that didn't like that Kearns was at 6. Kearns is not in the top 15 at the time we're filming this right now. Look, they have a really good win over Springville. They took Cottonwood to overtime. They have some disappointing losses. It's a young group for Coach Cosby. But that being said, it is a still relatively small sample size, and you're going to have opportunities for all this to get sorted out. There's no need for overreaction right around the holiday season. It'll be okay. But when we pulled it up, I was like, wow, Corner's at 6, okay. And so there's 2 people in the state. Just breathe. It's all right. It will be okay, we promise.
6 deep breaths, not 5, not 7. 6 deep breaths. That man having nose or mouth. Win the day, win your life. All right, but I'll tell you right now, Corner Canyon, first of all, Region 4, it's going to all sort itself out. And that, as far as that goes, talk about this in football too, but it is just a lot of out-of-state teams, and it's a known thing going into it. So yeah, Corner Canyon, Max Toombs has been outstanding. Kozlowski gets his things done. And I've talked about it before, one of my favorite players to watch is Jackson Roberts. Kid runs that team so well. It's a lot of fun.
You want to talk a couple 6A surprises?
Yeah.
How about Layton at 14? That's a Layton group that they've had to navigate some early injuries, and they're getting kind of guys back. Expect that to rise. Davis at 13.
Davis is getting better, man.
Davis is getting better. And look, they're dealing with a very tough schedule as well in their non-region. Some of the out-of-state teams they're going up against.
And in-state. And they played everybody.
It's going to prove them. This is a team, Dusty, that Copper Hills. They are coming in at 17th. They're 3-6. Man, there's a lot of games where it's like, man, that one could have gone the other way, right? I mean, they're on the cusp in that Region 3 as well. Harriman in 15. Bingham at 21. Man, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
They graduated, obviously, a lot of talent. Had some transfers that's hurt them. But, man, it's been a tough start for the Bingham Miners.
It certainly has been. But we'll get through the 6A RPI. Let's go to 5A real quickly. Number 10, Orem. Number 9, Payson. 8, East. Welcome back, Coach Smith.
Yeah.
Number 7, DeGraff and Reed and Salem Hills. We had someone reach out and say, hey, DeGraff Reed's been spectacular.
And by the way, we got a game circled, Salem. Just FYI.
Got that one there. 6, and surprising one too, Timpview. Coach, they're figuring this one out in year 2 under Coach Izzy Engel. And Russ has been really good, but they got some consistency things, and we'll find out in their region too.
Yeah.
Went over Wasatch Academy. And
Ruger's been great to start. I think the Wasatch Academy, obviously that's a huge confidence boost,
a high level
right?
mark. Yeah.
But there have been a couple losses since then. 7-4, that's not terrible. I mean, they're still going to be just fine. They'll be in the mix there in that Region 8. But, a couple losses maybe bring them back down to earth a little bit. But it's a good group for Timpview.
So inside, who saw this one coming? The rematch of the 2007 4A state championship football game.
Yeah.
Timpview and Cottonwood.
Cottonwood's good.
Cottonwood's really good. Coach Miller
had a chance to do Cottonwood, and man, that starting 5 is as good of a starting 5 as there
Cox
is in 5A.
Is so much fun.
Cox is fantastic. They got a little point guard there as well, really dynamic. Oliphant is coming back. He's still kind of getting his legs under him. They can shoot the basketball. Cox is really versatile offensively. He can drive. He can shoot. He'll go right at you. This is a good Cottonwood group. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 4 is team we warned you about, Cedar Valley.
Yep.
We go play in the hangar. Good luck.
I mean, they took number 1 to the last possession. Number 1 in 6A to the last possession. That Cedar Valley team's tough.
Had a chance. Number 3, Woods Cross. I think they're going to figure some things out. This is a team that's out of the blocks a little slow.
They're getting there. I think some of it is they return guys who can score a lot, and then they got to fill some blue collar.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's coming together. You see it. I mean, look, they lead Alta through 3 quarters, and that 4th quarter, Alta pulls away from them, but they're in that game late, and we haven't named Alta yet, just FYI. So that Woods Cross team is they're pretty good.
Number 2, Olympus. And we know Coach Matt Barnes, Scotty Barnes, and Dowdell Dutch has been spectacular.
Yep.
First words Dutch. Make sure everybody knows
Gavin
that.
Lowe, the freshman.
Yeah.
Remember that name? And they got some guys that do some work as well. Madsen has been really good for them early on.
And number 1, my first love, ALTA-HJWK.
Alta, man. A lot of expectation, and you see it, and you're like, that team is loaded.
Yeah.
They are really, really good and deep. And you got guys like Nash Inc. who don't, run any headlines, but they're going to give you 13, 15. It is a really talented group for Coach Orrin in his 2nd year.
I know you gave me a surprise for 6A. Can I give you
I already know who you're thinking.
Can I give you the run of teams in 5A?
Yeah.
You want no part of, 12, I'll throw out you win it, 12 through 17, 18, 19. You don't want any part of this in the 5A state tournament. Here's 12 through 19. You really don't do this. Provo, you win it. Springville, good luck. Box Elder, good luck. Lehigh, I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
They are coming up from 16. Juan Diego, I think, will figure themselves out. Bountiful at 18. 19, Murray. Probably one of the more surprising teams right now, Murray. They got to figure some stuff. I mean, ALA gets them. I mean, they've had some up and downs. We had their win against Skyview. This is a team, and Chudiano CK and crew and Jackson Workman, they got some work to figure out.
I mean, that Skyview team, look, they pushed Olympus when they played Olympus, right?
1 possession.
And then Murray takes care of Skyview.
Yeah. In overtime,
Then the night before, they lose to Cottonwood. And so it's just about consistency, right? They'll get there. And even Coach Workman said, look, I'm pushing my guys. It's a really hard non-region schedule. We want to prove this team. And, he wants them to be playing at a high level come late in the year. I think they're going to be just fine, right? Patience there with Murray. They're going to be just fine. And by the way, how about the Murray unis? Yeah. Good look.
Yes, it is.
You want to know this? When they won a state championship, it was the Script jerseys. Script is back, folks.
The Johnsons.
Yeah.
Ready for Vince Francis will like this one. Doop, doop, doop. Dixie. Doop, doop. Skyview. Doop, 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 doop. Collision course. That is 4A.
That is 4A. And, man, 2 teams really good. I've seen Dixie. You've seen Skyview. Well, I haven't covered Skyview. I saw a couple minutes of Skyview. We knew they were going to be good with Davis and with Deal. Dixie, I mean, Kyle Lemke, good luck, right? 6'9". They got a Roberts at point as well, and they got guys around him as well. That starting 5 is really, really good. They don't go real deep. I mean, they got a lot of talent. I mean, they gave 6A, 5A teams a run when they were up at the Sky Ridge tournament. Those are by far the 2 best teams in 4A.
And then we go from 4A to 3A. And 3A, I mean, there's a lot of teams within 3A. You go 5 through 1, Richfield, South Summit, Emory Spartans, Manti, and Grantsville.
And just real quickly, get past that team in number 4.
By the way, they went to Script too.
3.
I mean, I guess it's just Spartans go Scripts this year.
How about Summit Academy? They're at 6 right now, 10-1.
Coach Gandhi. Don't want him yelling at me.
Summit Academy, man.
He's figuring him out.
Yeah, we got to go do Bears game.
We'll figure it out. Condi would love that.
Yeah.
As long as he loses the suit jacket really fast. 2A. I had someone I was talking to this weekend about 2A, and he said, Enterprise, man. Enterprise is good. And here's your top 3. Enterprise, Kanab, and South Sevier.
Yeah, American Heritage undefeated coming in at 4. I mean, look, all those teams have a combined 4 losses amongst those top 4. So pretty good start in 2A. Be interesting to see how it all plays out. South Sevier. How about South Sevier? Feels like it's been a while since we've been able to talk some Rams as being, top of their classification. Great to see South Sevier off to a good start.
Talk about Curtis Condi earlier, former coach. 1A, Paiute, Valley, Tibiona, Manila, Penguich. You saw Wendover as well.
Yeah, Wendover, man. They've, they had to deal with a little bit of foul trouble the night we saw them. Orlando does a really nice job when he's able to be on the floor. The foul trouble kind of disrupted him against St. Joe's. And then they've got a guy that, man, so much just grittiness, rebounds the basketball well. This Wendover team, they can score. They like to run. Can they do it consistently? It will be a big question. How about Tabiona in the top 3? Yeah. Great to see the Tigers of Tabiona up near the top of 1A. It should be a fun 1A season this year.
Remember, the theme of this video is just take breaths. We talk about 6 breaths.
Yeah. And by the way,
5 breaths.
We're still getting names under us, so I apologize. I know that there's a lot of mush in the brain right now because it's been like 20 games in December.
Not
Month's
more,
not
yeah.
even over yet.
Yeah.
So we're still
in the second
getting
week
that
of
figured
December
out.
in one of our brains.
Yeah.
But again, let us know where we're hitting it. We'll keep our eye on what's going on. But really, we want to go through the RPI. But
Yeah.
let's just breathe. We'll get in the region playing this stuff. Will certainly sort itself out. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. Watch our awards video and also the girls RPI video as well here on KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.